Hello guys and welcome to this rFactor 2 DLC content guide that shall give you guys an idea about the content available for rFactor 2 and probably interesting for you. As you can imagine, a lot of times on my streams or on my videos I get asked what content shall I get for rFactor 2, what is like reasonable and what is the most interesting and the most effective content that I should get. Now, this question is not quite easy to answer yet, though. If you have questions towards that after the video still, put them down in the comments area below. I am trying to track them and I'm trying to answer them as good as possible. But if you're still wondering about your rFactor 2 content, then this video should help you a lot, because we're going to explore a little bit on the rFactor 2 content system and the structure itself. But also what is available in the shops and what might be suitable for you, which obviously highly depends on your background, your target, your goals that you want to have in rFactor 2. You want to go into leagues, or you want to just go do some fun racing, or are you really after the full simulation of things? Then whatever might float your boat will help there. But regarding the official DLC content, I'm trying to give you a little bit of a guideline, and for that reason we jump into the Steam webpage in a moment. But before we do so, one reminder guys, if you appreciate these videos, if you appreciate our content around rFactor 2, then please give this video a like, subscribe to our channel and ring the bell so you receive notification when new videos go online or when we're doing a live stream. Right, into the rFactor 2 page on the Steam web shop. Buying rFactor 2 means spending a roughly €30 on the base game with its free content. Excuse the language is German here, but beyond the base game, obviously there is additional DLCs available, which we can explore within the rFactor 2 shop in the Steam workshop. On the starting page, you find a couple of top sellers, whether that is packs or recently released content. Overall, if you go into the all section, you'll find 88 different objects in the Steam DLC shop that can be bought. On a thumb rule, generally speaking, the official cars $4.99 per card, official tracks $8.99 per track. Some of them are combined into packs that can be bought, and then you can really save some good money there. And before you're jungling yourself through this store, we're going to have a little bit of a help for you. But before that, some very important information on how rFactor 2 as such works. I am going to do a little example within the shop here, and I'm going to jump, well, this is the perfect page actually. So if you're a massive enthusiast like me of a Mercedes, and I'm just like, yeah, I want to do Mercedes all the time and I want to race other GT3s, the bad news is you need to own all other GT3 content, which is a total number of 14 cars, as you can see right here. So instead of buying all those 14 cars available right here, you just straight go for the GT3 pack. Because, let me look this up real quick. The GT3s as a standalone altogether, they are $59.88. Compared to a €36 GT3 pack, that is a real bargain. Now, of course, there is always that criticism, iRacing, I just need to buy the Mercedes to be able to race everywhere, also against the other cars. Yes, true. But on iRacing, one car I think is $11.99, right? So it's like twice the price. And it comes down to the rFactor 2 structure of the code. The code requires you to own all content the server is operated with. So in that regard, I only can really say tough luck, but you need to own all the tracks of a mod, all the cars of a mod to be able to race it. Period. I am very sure that this is a big issue for the community. I know it is a big issue for the community, but be assured this will not going to be changed because it is deeply down in the rFactor 2 source code and is part of their marketing strategy, and we are never ever going to change that, sadly. However, on the bright side of life, and that's where we're coming up now, there's possibilities to save yourself some good money. And in the end, you'll see that rFactor 2 isn't quite that expensive. So what I've done is I listed all the current available DLCs as per October 22. So those are subject to constant update. And I've given a little bit of an overview about the cars and tracks available, about the packs available, and about all the content and its prices. Disclaimer, this might not be 100% accurate and subject to change as per the Studio 397 and Motorsport Games decisions to readapt pricing or whatever. And also for your country, there might be different kind of prices as per different currencies or exchange rates or whatsoever. So please treat this information with a little bit of careful checking and double checking. Anyway, before you start taking the link at the top and trying to access the document, don't do it. I will put down a link in the description area below so that you can access the page, and yeah, I will make it all unchangeable so that you can only view it, of course. However, I have listed or tried to list all the cars, all the official DLC cars, all the cars that have been regularly used, and I have also written down the packs in which they are included and where you can save yourself some money. Overall, there is content for over 200 euros out there when it comes down to cars and rFactor 2. The same I have also done with the tracks. Some of them are $8.99, some of them are $7.99, or if it comes down to Le Mans and the Nordschleife, because of their size, they're a bit bigger. At the end of the day, 180 euro of full money to be spent there on the tracks. However, as I've mentioned already, there is the possibility of packs where both tracks and cars can be included, and therefore you can save yourself a lot of money. I have marked the bargains or the really interesting packs from my point of view in a yellow color, so that they jump into your eyes and that they give you a little bit of an alert. In the same way, I've also marked those that should be checked carefully if really needed in orange. Because, you know, the BTC Car Pack 1 is already completely included in the Touring Car Pack together with 2 racing tracks. Yes, the discount is only 10% in both of them, but there could still be a lot of combinations where getting a bigger pack is more interesting rather than just getting a car pack, which is the same for, let's say, Daytona pack, as it already contains the M4 GT3, which you should already have as long as you own the GT3 pack, which contains all 14 cars available. On that note, just let me make that yellow. So if you own the BMW but not yet Daytona, or the Endurance Pack, where also the GSP 320 is included, as you can see it right here, then this pack is pretty much useless for you, because you only get Daytona for 1330, so you rather spend $8.99 for the track itself, because you have the other 2 contents already. So in that regard, please always double and triple check which content do you already own, which content do you really need, and be aware that you cannot gift content away out of a pack to someone else. So if you have the BMW M4 GT3 already and you buy the Daytona pack, this is, well, $4.99 spent the wrong way, for sure. The ones that do not contain any color whatsoever, they are just there for reference, really. I have tried to mark the most important ones because I'm always asked which kind of content I should go for. I think the 6 most interesting packs are the endurance packs with all GTEs, all LMP3s, all LMP2s, and both hypercars, so the Cadillac and the McLaren Senna GT-R. The GT3 pack with all 13 GT3 cars available. Formula Pro pack with a Formula Pro car. Monza, Nürburgring, and there was some else. I need to look it up. Spa is in that pack. The track expansion pack, obviously, with Sebring, Virginia. No, it's not Virginia. Yeah, Sebring, Circuit d'Azur, Le Mans, and be aware, Nürburgring as well. But still, getting the track expansion pack and the Formula Pro pack with twice the Nürburgring inside is still more of a bargain than getting the Nordschleife solidly. So in that case, just get the pack regardless. A touring car pack, which includes 2 touring cars already, and then you just get the other 2 currently available touring cars. I'm not sure if they are going to add other ones as well, but so far they have 4 cars into the game. You can get all that content together for a total of 34.20, and then excluding the game, so put another €30 on top of that, you can have at least 80% of the mostly and regularly used content on rFactor 2 for less than €200. I am very, very confident that this is a bargain still. Yeah, it's not like iRacing, we've spoke about that, but I do think that €180 to be able to race at least 80% of the most common leagues, the most common communities, they are all using the DLC pack. And there's obviously more than just the DLC content. If you go into the rFactor 2 shop, before we go into the shop itself, into the workshop, if you want to check what cars you already own, you click your name at the top, look into the inventory, select the rFactor 2 simulation, and then you see all the objects that are already in your, well, that you've already bought, of course. So here you can check the packs. It's not the packs, but you get the sole object. So you can check, am I owning the Ligier LMP3 car? Yes, I own it twice because I have probably also bought some pack that contains stuff I already have. But if you're unsure, just type in and see whether the car in question or the track in question is already there, then you can be sure that you already own it. So going back to the rFactor 2 shop though, we are coming into the workshop where you can subscribe to free DLC as well. So bear with me for a moment. Into the workshop we go, and here you can, let's say, Sunford is an official track from Studio 397, so you can have a look at Studio 397, what they all have produced, such as their hut, the stock car, the BMW M4 Class 1 DTM car, Portsland, the tattoos. Those are interesting and really fun cars to race with. There's a couple of Formula 3, Formula 4 tracks, Botnering, sorry, not tracks, cars, Botnering as a track, Formula E test circuit as a track, then the McLaren MP4-13, the 1998 F1 McLaren, and even more legacy cars on there. So there is a bunch of content that is just free, that is completely free and open to use for everyone without spending a single euro. So that's gonna do it actually for this one. That is my suggestion for the content you guys could or maybe should get for rFactor 2. As already mentioned, the Excel list with the overview, I've put it down in the video description. And if you have questions whatsoever, put them down in the comment area below. Make sure to give the video a like and subscribe for more rFactor 2 and sim racing related content. Guys, have a good time, enjoy rFactor 2, and I hope to see you guys out there on the track. Goodbye.